I'm Dr. Riekie Smit from South Africa, where I have a private practice in aesthetic medicine, and then I'm also involved in the university in the aesthetic medicine department to train doctors, new doctors and also more experienced doctors in the field of aesthetic medicine. My focus is on all the non-surgical aesthetic medical procedures. We have two different types of generations that we cover for in an anti-aging practice. The older generation that wants to look younger but fresher, and then we have this new young generation, the millennials, that want instant gratification. They want to change things to make them feel better, to have a better career, better opportunities, and to embrace their self-esteem and complement it with what they see in the mirror. And there we focus a lot more on changing certain imperfections such as nose or lifting or prevention, and not so much the aging pathology that we usually treat in the generation over 45. Thread lifting has covered a tremendous gap in the non-invasive aesthetic medicine field because we've always been able to fill up wrinkles, relax muscles, but the only way we have to lift up sagging tissue is with thread lifting. So thread lifting is this amazing procedure that is non-invasive with a very quick recovery. They have no bruising, especially with the newer technology that we have now, and they can see this lift of their face. We can do that for the patients in an office setting, and they can be back to work within a few days. A patient will look at themselves in the mirror before the procedure and just see everything that's wrong on their face, and after you've lifted them up, they look at themselves in a different posture and they kind of focus on the mirror, not on you anymore. And I think there's nothing that can make a doctor as happy as that, is to see that your patient feels better about themselves. I've worked with threads for more than 10 years in my practice, and Mintlift has really managed to get everything in the recipe just correct. It's the type of the molding of the thread, the positioning around it, the thickness of the suture that just gives me repetitive results that are always good. Security, the safety, no problems with infections or migration. I know that it works really well for my patients because as soon as they've had it, they send their friends and their mothers and sisters to come for the procedure because it just gives that satisfaction. So there's a few important things that doctors need to consider in thread treatments. The first important one is anatomy and positioning and the safety of the procedure itself. Then the second thing is to realize that the aging is three-dimensional, and that influences your patient selection, to realize that skin, subcutaneous tissue and bone actually is all affected in the aging process. So you have to choose threads for the right indication and right patient. And then last but not the least is the quality and safety of the product, because at the end we want a good result without any complications. In my practice I've worked with many threads and I've done many trainings on threads, and I've really seen that Mint has given me a very consistent results in my patients with safety, security, very effective results and very happy patients. And I think it's good for anybody to consider to try out the Mintlift procedure.